Accessing library computer data.
Hello and welcome to my review/overview of the I.R.W. Valdore from the Wave 0 expansions in August of 2013, and then again repainted and re-released as part of the Wave 30 expansions in May of 2017. The ship has only appeared in canon in the movie Star Trek Nemesis, when two of them come to assist the USS Enterprise E in defeating Shinzon and the Scimitar, and what I think is one of the better battle sequences in Star Trek. I just wish that we could have seen more of the Federation ships that were supposed to meet the Enterprise E, as it would have been nice to see classes again like the Steamrunner, Norway, or the Akira, or even different ones again, after First Contact and limited appearances in DS9. But I digress. So what comes in the pack? You get a Valdore class model with a Valdore class dial and an I.R.W. Valdore/Valdore class ship template. The paint job on the original Valdore in Wave 0 is pretty uniform dark green with some lime green highlights, but is a decent model, if not a tad big. The repainted version in Wave 30 is a solid metallic green that is brighter green even when compared to the other repaint with the Romulan faction pack. For tokens, there are 2 Dinatra ID tokens, 2 Tomahawk ID tokens, 2 Romulan Captain ID tokens, 1 auxiliary power token, a cloak token, a critical hit token, 2 disable tokens, 1 evade token, 3 shield tokens, and target lock G. The mission that comes in the pack is Destroy the Scimitar, which comes with some custom tokens for the mission, with a Scimitar cutout, an actual position token, and 3 echo position tokens. So let's take a look at the cards. The first card in the pack is obviously the named ship, the I.R.W. Valdore, which is a Valdore class with 4 attack, 2 agility, 6 hull, and 3 shields, and a 90-degree primary fire arc. Standard cloaking action bar with evade, target lock, cloak, and sensor echo. 2 weapon and 2 crew slots for 30 points. If you perform a green maneuver, add +1 attack die for the remainder of this round. I really wish that this ship had a named tech slot because I would like it a heck of a lot more. But even with that, it still works as a Romulan ship that has held up pretty well, I think. The ship has 6 green maneuvers with the 1 and 2 straight, and the banks being green, so it's opportunity to get the +1 attack die. And when combined with 4 disruptor banks from the Romulan faction pack, you get +2 die when you perform the 2 bank. So I still really like the Valdore as a nice stat bar for a cloaking ship and an ability that you should be able to use quite often. The only thing holding it back from what I think is a really great ship is a native tech slot for interface generator, but it can be added with a captain like Tomahawk 8, so with that, it is a really good ship. The generic Valdore class loses a shield, a weapon slot, and the ability, and was recosted 24 points instead of the original 28. I do not mind the generic Valdore at that 24 points if you want your ship to stay cloaked, because otherwise you pretty much only have 2 shields and 2 defense die. The point cost really helps at 24 points, which is way more reasonable and can work as a capable fighter carrier. I really haven't seen a generic Valdore class run, as both the Valdore and the Saran are really good name ships, but I could see myself using one if I need to spare some points. The Valdore is a fairly standard maneuver dial with the 4 white straight, turns at 2 and 3 with the 3 being red, and a 3 come about and no reverse, and the come about is also red. It's a fairly maneuverable ship with the 6 green maneuvers to easily take advantage of the named I.R.W. Valdore's ability. The first captain in the pack is Dinatra, who is unique, has a captain skill 6 with an elite talent slot and costs 4 points. All other friendly ships within range 1 of your ship gains +1 attack die. Dinatra is a captain that I use quite often in my Romulan builds on something like Mirok's science vessel, as you want to stay close to be able to repair a ship, plus you are giving +1 attack die to that ship and any other friendly ship at range 1, making her a very useful support captain to my 2 larger ships. While she is maybe a point too expensive, she is still a really useful Romulan captain, and I use her quite often in Romulan builds, and I actually see her quite often as well with other people's builds in my venue. So a really good captain still. The second captain in the pack is Tomahawk, who is a unique skill 3 captain and costs 2 points. When fired at range 3, the opposing ship does not roll an extra defense die. First off, this is way too low of a captain skill for Tomahawk, who is rated with the Romulan faction pack when he's up to skill 8. This is also definitely the worst version of Tomahawk in my opinion, as he does not have an elite talent slot, is the lowest skilled, and is probably the worst ability. I can't see why you'd run this one over Tomahawk 8 from the Romulan faction pack, as he gives you that extra tech slot and rerolls for each tech upgrade equipped to the ship. Yeah, not very good. Don't run him. And your last captain in the pack is your obligatory generic Romulan captain. The elite talent that comes in this pack is all 4 disruptor banks, which cost 4 points. Action: disable this card to add +1 attack die to any attack in your forward firing arc this round. It's not a very good elite talent, as it's just an action drain to take an action and disable the card just to add +1 attack die. You're better off taking a target lock to quality on your dice you would normally roll, especially when Tactical Officer comes in this pack to give you extra use out of your target lock. I can't see a valid reason why you'd ever want to run this elite talent in the game now. It's not very good. The first weapon in this pack is another copy of plasma torpedoes that come in the starter set. They cost 5 points and have an attack value of 5. Attack, target lock, spend your target lock and disable this card to perform this attack. You may reroll all your blank results one time. You may fire this weapon for your forward or rear firing arcs. My thoughts on this card are pretty much the same as they were in the 2013 starter set review. But in terms of early secondary weapons, they are not the worst and are kind of useful on lower attack value Romulan ships, as you do get some inherent target lock utility in rerolling your blanks. Still, I wouldn't run them, but they are there. The second weapon upgrade is Photon Torpedoes that cost 5 points with an attack value of 5 and can be fired from range 2 or 3. Attack, target lock. Spend your target lock and disable this card to perform this attack. You may convert one battle station result into one critical result. You may fire this weapon for your forward or rear firing arcs. Exact same as all the other Photon Torpedoes. They're not very good. Maybe, again, useful in some of the weaker ships that have, maybe a 2 or 3 primary weapon value. I still can't recommend really using them. The last card in the pack, and the only crew, is Tactical Officer, who is non-unique and costs 3 points. Removing your target lock from an opposing ship in order to reroll your attack dice. You may reroll each attack die one additional time. I can see the value in Tactical Officer, as he's not an action, disable, or anything. He just gives you extra quality to ships that do not have a native battle station to really get the most opportunity for quality from your dice with your target lock. He's not someone that I've actually seen a lot at my venue. Actually, I can't recall ever seeing him, but I think he's a bit of an overlooked early card in this game, and certainly someone that I can see myself using the next time I have a Romulan build. Thank you very much for watching my review/overview of the IRW Valdore from the Wave 0 and Wave 30 expansion waves. If you're a Romulan player, then this is one pack that I think you're going to want your hands on. The ship itself is still pretty good and has a really good support captain in Natra that I still use often and see being used quite frequently as well. So if you enjoyed the video, you can find me on Facebook at the I.R.W channel, where I post custom cards for Attack Wing and other Star Trek Attack Wing related content, and then just some general Star Trek content. You can find me on Patreon if you'd like to support the channel and assist me in making more videos. Thank you again for watching, and I shall see you next time.